What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 64 of my road to Manchester City. We're starting off this episode by jumping straight into a division game. If you remember what happened last episode, we played a game in Division 3 in which we were 1 win, 1 loss, and we actually got another loss. It was a pretty even game, but I feel like our opponent played a little bit better and deserved the win. And with that, we lost, and we are now 1-0-2, which isn't great at all. So we're going into a game over here looking to get back to winning ways. And we come across this team over here. It's a very nice, it's mainly French, but he does have some of the essentials in there. And Chris Smalling. He does have Lloris in that, which is a little bit weird because Lloris isn't that great. Some people love him, but personally when I had him, I didn't like him. And I hear a lot of people say he's terrible. So definitely going to try and expose that. But other than that, his team is really, really good. And it was going to be a tough game. However, in the 5th minute over here, we would get the first chance of the game. De Bruyne to Fernando. Fernando waiting for Aguero to open up. Aguero does open up, does a great skill move, and puts it past Lloris. I think that was terrible goalkeeping by Lloris in my opinion, because it wasn't that great of a shot. I feel like another goalkeeper would have saved that, but maybe I'm just wrong. But yeah, we opened up the score sheet early on from an Aguero goal. And that's good because in his debut game, the inform Aguero that we got, he didn't get to score. So hopefully he can make up for it in this game over here. And not too long after our first goal, we would get a chance at a second goal over here. And this play is just, it's delicious. Just look at this. Great back heel from Jesus to Aguero. Aguero with a lovely finish. But man, that play was so nice. When I scored that goal, I'm like, we have to look at it again on the replay because that was such a nice passing play. Great back heel, great finish. It's just great. I wish I could do that more often. But yeah, we'll take a look at it again. Aguero does a great skill move, passes it to Jesus, who back heels it right back to Aguero, and Aguero with a great finesse into the top right corner makes it 2-0, grabs his second goal of the game, and we are looking good in this game. However, not too long after we scored our second goal over here, our opponent would grab one over here. He would grab a penalty as Company brings down Matuidi in the box. A bit of a stupid tackle by me. I didn't intentionally try to do that. I tried to just confront Matuidi over here, but I ended up coming up from behind. And when you foul someone from behind in the box, it's always going to be a penalty. So he's going to step up over here. I'm not sure if he's going to take it with Baines or not. I think Baines actually does have really good penalties. So he is going to shoot it with him. Puts it to the leftish middle. And then he dabs, which is really annoying. And I'm actually going to remember that. So keep that in mind. And over here in the 26th minute, he would try to create a goal to level up the game over here. And he would have a great chance at getting that equalizer. A great pass from Lacazette to Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder somehow manages to get the ball back from Otamendi right there. Beats Company and then does that, which was... I honestly couldn't believe it. The way the bounces were going towards him, I said, yep, that's going to be a goal. Fuck this game. But somehow, Ben Yedder shot it wide or shot it too high, and he missed. So, we head into the second half with a 2-1 lead. Pretty good start. We played better, but then he slightly started to get back into it, which is a little bit worrying. And that is why we want to go ahead and try and grab a third goal over here. And we would get a chance at that third goal over here. Company to Jesus, Jesus to Aguero, and Aguero with an absolute thunder shot into the top left corner. Scores, and what do you know? He dabs, because I told you I would remember. And I wasn't going to stop dabbing if I kept scoring, because this guy was an absolute weasel for doing that. Especially when you're losing, it pisses me off even more. But yeah, Aguero grabs his hat trick right there, which is very nice because that's what you want to be seeing from a player you're paying 820,000 coins for. So very happy with that. And over here in the 78th minute, we would look for a fourth goal over here. Sagna does well to hold the ball, gives it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho back to Sagna, who gives it back to Fernandinho to De Bruyne. De Bruyne, great little dribbling to Fernandinho, and Fernandinho joining in on the score sheet right there. Puts it into the bottom left corner, celebrates with a cheeky dab right there, makes it 4-1, and that is this game done and dusted over here. In the 90th minute, he tries to go on the attack, but the ref says, it's over, boys. It's over. Aguero takes himself the match ball with 5 shots and 3 goals. Great performance by him. And that would actually be Aguero's last game because we do end up selling him. And you'll see that later on. And I explained this last episode, but just in case you didn't hear it or you forgot, the reason I'm selling Aguero is because today, the day I'm recording this Friday, I'm expecting him to get a man of the match. And I'm expecting his inform to go down in price because of that, because that's usually what happens. So we will end up selling Aguero sometime in this episode. But we're also going to open up our rewards towards the end of the episode in hopes of packing that Aguero. But that will be later on near the end of the episode. We do go ahead and take a look at our transfer list. And what do you know? We made profit on Mascherano, Kovacic, and many more. Kovacic got an upgrade, but I sold him before the upgrade. And that was a smart idea because he actually dropped once he got the upgrade. We made about... I want to say 30,000 coins on the Kovacic's. Not too sure how much we made on the Mascheranos, but we got them for like 5k or so, and we sold them all for like 8.9 or something crazy like that. We lost money on Renato Sanchez over here, but we made money on Jovetic over here, who, if you guys remember, we bought for 30,000 coins, and he had a good game in the weekend, and I sold him for 65. So we made some nice money on them. Aguero, we sold him for 795, which means we made a 60k loss, but thankfully the Jovetic profit does cover that loss, so I'm not too worried about that. I also went ahead and bought one to watch Depay over here. He's been in good form, I think, for Lyon. I bought 3 of them for like 45k. All it takes is one good game, and he is going to go up in price. So hopefully he does do that sometime soon and we can cash out on the profit. But we're sitting at 1.6 million coins, which is ridiculous. I think that's the highest we've ever had this year. We've probably had more in like assets and coin total, but we just never like sold anything, or we always had some money invested in something, so we never got to see our true coin total. But now that I sold everything, we can see what the total coin total is, and it's very nice that we're this high up considering all the players we have in the club that are worth a lot of money. So that's very nice. However, that coin total is going to go down right here because we're going to go ahead and buy our Bundesliga players. I did make a new team over here, nowhere near as the first team that I came up with, but it's also way cheaper. This one's going to cost us around 300,000 coins or so, which is good because I don't want to put too much money into this because odds are I'm going to stop at gold 3. And I also don't want to lose too much money because these guys should be plummeting in price come Sunday because Bundesliga players aren't used that often in the weekend league. So they should be dropping. But yeah, we went ahead, picked up a full Bundesliga team over here. Didn't bother with La Liga. And I bought Boateng over here. I could have gone with somebody cheaper like Top Rack, but the reason I bought Boateng is because he should be getting a downgrade. He's rumored to be going down to an 89, which means his 90 is going to be in a lot of demand. So he should actually go up in price, and we might actually make profit on that, which is interesting because I'm actually expecting to lose money on most of these guys like Royce and Aubameyang come Saturday, which is probably when I'm going to be gold 3. But that should be interesting. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and pick up the last few players over here. These guys are really cheap. Gustavo, I would have gotten his Movember card, but I just, there's no point really. It's just more physical and that's it. So I figured, you know what, let's just save coins over here and buy the normal card, and that is what we did. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the team that we came up with, and this is the team we will be playing with. Finally going to put one of those reward players that I never used to good use over here. I'm going to try Forsberg over here in the center mid role. He's got pretty good stats, and hopefully he can do the job there. I also have to go ahead and put chemistry styles on the team, so I do that later on, and that is why our coin total does end up going down to like we lose like a lot. We lose like 10k or so on just chem styles because they're so expensive these days, which is crazy. But if they're effective as they say they are, then I guess they're worth the price. But we go ahead and complete the Rio Ferdinand SBC. Didn't cost that much at all. We also go ahead and complete a few of the Scottish teams over here. These were very cheap. Only had to buy a few players. We had most of the players because of the bronze packs and because of the bronze upgrade. And the good thing about these not these silver teams, these Scottish teams, is that the majority of the teams have bronze players. And we get these bronze players left, right, and center. Look at this team right here. It's full bronze. So this one, it's just the best one to complete probably. Not in terms of rewards, but in terms of price. Because most of the players are bronze. So they're usually very, very cheap. But yeah, we go ahead and complete a few teams over here. We're going to get ourselves some silver packs. That's the downside to it being so cheap. It's that the rewards are mainly silver packs, so that's not too great. But we go ahead and complete some Pro League teams over here. We're going to go ahead and complete Standard Liège and Sport Lokeren. And with that, once completing these two, I think we only have 3 left, which is good because that puts us one step closer to that 100k pack, which is very, very nice. And we're going to go ahead and complete the Standard Liège over here. I think it got cheaper because there's a new gold player, if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah, that Brazilian guy right there, that Danilo. I think he's a transferred card or an upgraded card or something like that. So he's a gold now, which means he's going to be cheaper than if he was a silver. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and open up the packs. Over here, getting some silver packs, hoping to get some players worth the value. Some League 1 players would be good, but not really expecting much. Just pretty much just filling up our club with consumables with these silver packs because we don't usually get anything too great from them. But we do get ourselves a Celtic player who we could sell because we just completed the Celtic challenge. Going to go ahead and list him up. We do get a couple of Serie A players, which is decent because I guess sometime in the future they will be useful for the Serie A SBC. But other than that, we don't really get anything that's worth anything. We do get ourselves a Vitesse player over here, which I believe is a Eredivisie team, so we can go ahead and sell that. That's a great thing about having completed the League 1 and Eredivisie SBC, that as soon as I pack them or whatever, I can just sell them without having to worry over whether or not have I completed this team, have I not, which is good. We will get ourselves some more Serie A players over here. Also get ourselves a Bundesliga. And we just have a lot of Bundesliga and Serie A silvers in our club, and golds and bronzes. So I think we'll be ready for when the time comes for that those SBCs. So that should be good. But yeah, other than that, we go ahead and open up our gold packs. I think that was an upgraded Immobile that we got on that one. But the next pack is pretty good. We get ourselves a Manolas over here, 84 rated card, a very solid center back for the Serie A, and he's got a new picture right there. He looks completely different from what he looked like before, which I find a little bit crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and open up the last 2 packs over here. This pack over here gives us Contrao, who I think got downgraded if I'm not mistaken. So I go ahead and check his price, but he's not worth anything. And we also get ourselves Tim Howard, which we're actually going to be using sometime in the future for a daily knockout tournament, because there's going to be a kit as a reward. But I'll talk to you guys about that when the time comes. But yeah, we go ahead and open up the last pack. We get ourselves Moutinho, which is not too bad because he's 83 rated. But other than that, guys, we're going to go ahead and open up our packs now. Hopefully we can get something good. And we're praying for the orange Aguero. Hasn't come out yet, but if it does, I hope we can get it. And I'll see you guys then. Okay, guys, the man of the matches are officially out. Aguero did, in fact, get himself a man of the match. I'm not too sure if we can see the man of the matches. No, they're not there yet. I don't. Oh, there they are. The top 3, Fekir, Aguero, and Stindl. All of them are pretty good cards. I wouldn't use Stindl at striker. I'd probably use him at center mid. But yeah, they're all usable cards. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open up the packs. But before that, quickly want to show you guys something that I bought and also something that we sold. So we sold a few of these cards over here because of the marquee matchups, which we'll be doing in the next episode. We also sold these 2 guys that we packed earlier on in the episode. This guy, I just got him from bronze packs and sold them. And we sold that last Mascherano that we had in our watch list. But I went ahead and bought some cards. I'm selling off all the contracts that I don't use. I went ahead and bought these South African team players over here. And the reason I bought these guys was because they're actually going to be playing each other again. And the last time they played each other, EA did a marquee matchups for them. Now, do I think they're going to do a marquee matchups for the same 2 teams again? Probably not, but there's a slight chance, you never know. And the last time that you needed these guys, they went up a lot because they're the only 2 teams in that league on FIFA. so they go up a lot. If it doesn't end up happening, which I don't think it will, it doesn't really matter. We paid pretty much discard for these guys, and we can just use them through the gold upgrade. But yeah, I went ahead, bought those guys. I have some more in the club too, but that's pretty much that. So let's go ahead, clear the transfer list out so we got room for the packs. We're going to go ahead and open up our 100k packs. Actually, let me quickly show you guys how I'm doing right now in Foot Champs, by the way. Currently 2-1, which isn't the best start, but better than 0-3, I guess. The game I lost, the guy had 5 at the back. Your standard weekend league cheese, and I lost in penalties. But yeah, open up these 100k packs. These packs will determine whether or not I go all the way this weekend. If I get crap, I'm stopping at 18. If not, I'll go to 40. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I'll go to 40 games, not 40 wins. First pack, 100k pack. Let's go. It's not a walkout. Is it a big flare? It's a big flare. It's Banega. I mean, we could have gotten what we got last time, which was Enyema. We get an 84 rated card. Decent. What else is in the pack? Muslera, Torres, Nkolu, Rafinha, Rabiot. Man, these cards. This guy might go for something once the MLS thing comes out. We get our South African League player right there, which is kind of funny. But other than that, we get ourselves a bunch of duplicates, a bunch of shitty cards, and not a good first pack. Okay, the second last pack to end off the episode. Who are we going to get in this pack? 1, 2, 3. It's not a walkout, but it's a small flare. I hate this game, dude. Yeah, Nolito is actually good because we had to buy him back and I never got around to it. So, Nolito, guys. Okay, so now for the plan, right? Because we have a plan going into this Aguero amount of the match. We have 1.2 million coins. We'll have 1.6 once we sell the Bundesliga team. What I'm planning on doing with the Aguero, if he's affordable, and by affordable I mean like less than 1.3, I want to say, I'll buy him. If he's not, then what I'm going to do is invest in legends, and one of those legends might be Luis Hernandez, who's the striker, because we don't currently have a striker for the team, which is a problem, obviously, for the BPL team that we use in the weekend league, that is. So there's none on the market yet of these Agueros. So that is what we'll do if Aguero is if he's too expensive. So I'll probably buy Luis Hernandez. I'll buy the Orange Yaya because he'll be affordable, and I'll probably invest in another legend like Effenberg or something like that. Those cheaper ones. But yeah, that is the plan. If he's not too expensive, we'll buy Aguero's orange and blue card. If not, we'll buy some legends and Yaya. But yeah, that is going to conclude this episode of my road to Manchester City, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been episode 64. My name is Pippi Deed, and I'm out.